Hey, how's it going, guys? Garcia here with your daily portfolio update. So in this video, I'll break down the portfolio, show you the moves that I made today, share some of the posts from Twitter, and give the shoutouts at the very end. Okay, so today we're up slightly to $281,269.06 after hours. So let's check out what's going on. Roth IRA was up 0.5% today. Year to date, we're down 4.9%. And we're up 121% all time, going back to December 11th, 2023. Buying power still $0. We're basically all maxed out here. And this is the equity. So we have around 54 grand in Rocket Lab and 3,800 or 3,900 in AMD. And this is the state of the call options. So today they were down almost 6%. And down 28% in total so far. But these are going to be definitely for the long haul. So I'm not afraid of averaging down or holding these, longer than anticipated. Okay. Let's check out the big account. We're up 1.3% here in the past 3 months. Still at 54%. Year to date, we're down almost 9%, so a rough start for the year. But 341% in the past year, and all time we're up 176%, going back to August 2nd of 2021. Buying power is 94 grand, and this is the equity that we have in the portfolio. So we have around 12 grand in AMD calls, 138 grand in Palantir, and 94 grand in Rocket Lab. Let's check out the cash grid puts. So the cash grid puts that I rolled, these are currently up 20%. But because these were from a roll, I did pay, it's around 40, what was the total? It was a bit. It was like 4 grand or something to close this out. So I'm not thinking of closing these out until we're like at 90% profit. Taking anything less, I would be rolling over that debit onto the next contract. And I would prefer to just deal with it as soon as possible than to just let that get away from me. Okay. AMD, we have 22 calls here. And we're down 22% on these over here. But we have until 2027, January 2027. So this short-term price swings on AMD, they don't bother me one bit. Palantir. This is the position on Palantir. So 2,100 shares. We're up 253% with an average of 1865. Rocket Lab. 3,900 shares with an average cost of 1897. With a total percent return of 27%. Okay. And maybe I could go over this too as well. Kind of like what's going on today so far, or year to date. So this is the year to date profit and loss. So far we're up 3,900. Now that red candle you see there, that is that roll. This is that contract. Oh, there it is. So it cost me $4,700 to close that contract. So I'm not going to be taking any profits on these cash grid puts until I've recovered as close as possible to that, if not even more. Okay. And yeah, so looks like Palantir was up almost 5% at one point, right after the market opened. And it was around this time that I was considering selling some very short-term, covered calls. Maybe at $75 or $76, something relatively safe. And I didn't pull the trigger. I waited a little bit too long, and as the price went back down and it kind of recovered, it never hit, that 68 for today. And it kind of just tapered off. Whereas Rocket Lab, it had more of a recovery day. It opened up strong, 3.5%, and it just started tanking. By midday, it was down almost 2%. And it fully recovered up to above 3%, and it died off a bit and had a 1% day today. So not too bad. And on Twitter, it wasn't too active today. Rocket Lab, Palantir, and AMD in my portfolio battling for the worst year-to-date performance. That's good. That's pretty cool, though, right? You gotta admit, like flaming Beyblades. Here, I'm posting my YouTube videos. I'll be posting them a lot more often on Twitter. You know, gotta show off the YouTube account more often. Chinese stock investor this morning. I guess China stocks were up today, and I've had this video, you know, ready to go. No idea what he's saying, but I have no idea what he's saying. So, Palantir is announcing their earnings on February 3rd. And, dude, I had to repost this. Who's that handsome fella right there? But yeah, there's Gav, the homeboy Eliano, John himself, and Amit. It was awesome being at the Palantir office. And yeah, so it looks like that's it for today. Yeah, didn't do much today. So, I'll go ahead and close it out with that. This will be a short one. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you guys for catching up, you know, keeping up with the portfolio updates. It's awesome seeing the new comments and people who are, you know, giving feedback and stuff like that, saying that they enjoy the channel. So, you know, thank you. It's very motivating to read. And yeah, I do appreciate you guys' time. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow.